today. Okay, let me bring it up onto the screen as well. Okay.
Again, for a friend, you got a pen so I can take notes.
Let me just say this: it sure helps to be out of the White House, and to have a little more time with her.
Right.
You know what also helps though about children, and I don't know about your spouse, Michelle. When our girls were growing up, that was priority number 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Of course.
And so I did not fully appreciate, I think, as engaged of a father as I was, the degree of stress and tension for her, knowing that not just me and Michelle were under scrutiny and in this strange environment, but that we were raising our daughters,
of course,
in a kind of situation that just wasn't normal.
Back in good graces. Again, for a friend, you got a pen so I can take notes.
Let me just say this.
Okay, so talking obviously about Obama and Michelle and Barak, and they're talking about their marriage and talking about their 10-year dislike. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the what uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about this real stuff. So talking obviously about Obama here, and talking obviously about Michelle and Barak. I think what's really interesting about this is that when Michelle came out, she spoke quite boldly and said, for 10 years, I didn't like that man. And I think somebody made a comment which was so powerful. She said she didn't like him, not love him. There's a difference. And I think this is really important also to break down, because many people were focused on the dislike and like, well, I can't do that. I can't do 10 years of disliking my man. I'm so sorry. Like, but what she was saying was, I disliked him for 10 years. You know, rather than being, I didn't love him for 10 years. And I think this is very important differentiation to make. And the reason why I think there's a differentiation to make is because I think her perception, number one, is guided by the fact that this Negro is not a normal Negro. This isn't your normal Negro. Okay, that's the first thing we need to talk about. Okay, let's just make this very clear, because some of you ain't gonna survive 10 years. Okay, man, them hearing this very well. I want man them to hear this very clearly at the back. For you at the back, can you hear me? You won't survive 10 years of dislike. Okay, all right, because most of you are average. I'm gonna say it again because I know some of you don't like this stuff and they don't want to hear it. But the reality is, majority of you are going nowhere. Okay, when I say going nowhere, let me make it very clear so I don't offend nobody. I don't want an Ebony Williams situation. What I'm talking about is the fact is, you aren't about to become the president. Okay, you're not about to become an NFL star. You're not about to become an NBA star. You're not about to become a NHL star. You're not about to become the largest singing musician in the world, or whatever, right? You're not about to become that. You're working your normal 9 to 5. Or maybe you got your little bit, you got your good business, small, medium, large, whatever. You are an everyday, maybe white collar man, or maybe a blue collar man. You might be whatever. You live an average life. When I say average, I don't mean that disrespectfully, but you're normal compared to what we call celebrities and those who have done exceptional things. Okay, what that means is that you don't get the same level of grace, and you have to understand that, right? So you can't afford 10 years of dislike, okay? Because 10 years of dislike is going to turn into hate real quick. All right. That's my first point I want to make. Okay. You can't handle 10 years of dislike. Your partner ain't going to give you that grace. Okay. In this modern day and age. Now, someone's going to say, but my mama, stop it. Okay. Stop it right there. Because people are willing to sacrifice in these moments when they realize greatness is around the corner. I want to make it very clear to you. Okay, I want to make it very, very clear to you so that you don't miss it and try to apply a descriptive moment to a prescription. Don't do the same thing. What I mean by that is, don't take a drug that somebody said it worked for me without it being tested on many people to say it works and say, I'm going to prescribe it to me. That's how you fail. Don't do that. Right? That's what we talk about in the Bible too. Sometimes in the Bible, people take things that are descriptive and try to make it prescriptive, and that's not how it works. Okay. So when we're talking about when she says 10 years of dislike, take that with some nuance as well, first and foremost. But number two, her man is not normal. Okay, her man just became the president of United States of the free world, quote unquote. B. Okay, it's not an average man. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, he's not an average man. Yeah, so you won't survive 10 years of dislike. Okay, she can be willing to sacrifice those 10 years because she knows what's around the corner is greatness. And look, you know, so those 10 years, what I'm talking about is, you know, those 10 years, of course, I don't think it's necessarily complete dislike, but what she's describing is it was tough in those 10 years, right? So because there is something at the very end of the rainbow, there is some pot of gold that is waiting there. She's going to be okay with sacrificing in those moments because she says to herself, if I hold on a little bit longer, it's going to get better on the other side. Right? And it did get better on the other side because this person became the president. Okay. Not only did he become the president, Michelle was not known as Barak's wife. Michelle was known as Michelle Obama. Right? Writ a book after it. And the book become one of the best sellers. She ain't nothing to play with, bro. Okay, so she's not just a, you know what I mean. When I say just a wife, what I mean by that, in the sense of, please, I don't want anyone to be just to feel like I'm shading anybody. What I mean by that is that she didn't just play the role of being a wife and a mother, because her mind and her greatness within her mind of wanting to do more outside of that scope of a role meant that when she came into the role, we didn't just see Barak. We saw Michelle goddamn Obama. Okay? This ain't a normal woman. Okay? This ain't no normal woman. So when you hear her speak, you're like, wow. Damn. When you hear Michelle Obama, you don't go, it's just the first wife speaking. Like we've heard somebody's wife recently speak from the free world. Okay? All right? She doesn't just speak by heart. This was somebody who has wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So when she speaks, we all like, wow. I'm hearing you. Wow, this is Michelle. We don't play with Michelle. You understand what I'm saying to you? So don't prescribe your life based on a description that you don't fit the model for. Right? You ain't Michelle and he ain't Barak. Okay? All right? We are normal people on our average day in life. You won't survive 10 years of dislike. You most likely won't. But what we can do is take some knowledge and some nuggets from what both of them have said in this moment, right? Now I'm going to play the video again, what he actually said, and get an understanding of what's happened here. All right, so let's just play this.
It sure helps to be out of the White House and to have a little more time with her.
Right.
You know what also helps though about children, and I don't know about your spouse, Michelle. When our girls were growing up, that was priority number 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Of course.
And so I did not fully appreciate, I think, as engaged of a father as I was, the degree of stress and tension for her, knowing that not just me and Michelle were under scrutiny and in this strange environment, but that we were raising our daughters,
of course,
in a